name is Hannah Edber.
And you're a teacher?
I'm a teacher. I teach 11th and 12th grade English.
And what are the issues that brought you to support the Oakland Education Association? Remember, you face the same issues?
Well, we face similar issues. We have a really different district and a different demographic, and we're suburban, but we're here in solidarity with Oakland, and our district is facing the same things that Oakland is facing. We're also asking for conversations in our district are also about class size, about salary, about support staff, and so these are really issues that aren't just faced by Oakland teachers, but by all California teachers. The budget situation is serious, and the education situation is really serious, and we're excited to be part of this movement that we're seeing in the state and in the country.
And California seems to be a rich state, 170 billionaires.
It is.
Why is it's nearly last in funding for education? I mean,
It is nearly last. And I think that it's an issue of distribution, who is being prioritized for getting tax cuts, who is getting prioritized for getting a piece of the budget. My personal opinion is that there's way too much money being put into police and military funding and not for teachers.
Well, the question is, where's all the black kids in OUSD? So the schools that they've been closing, at first, like Marcus Foster, it was 60% black. A lot of the schools that was 60% black, after they reopened them up as charters, they was less than 24% black. The question is, where did they go? You tell me.
I think the charters are destroying, segregating.
All I know is they get public dollars, but they don't have to answer to the public for what they do. They don't have to close. They don't have to talk about where did all the black kids go. The same neighborhoods that had all the black people are not serving the black people no more, and I just want to know where they go.
Hey, what's your name?
Jermaine Ashley.
Are you a parent or teacher?
I'm a parent.
Where do your kids go?
Oakland High, and it's all about a community. So I'm born and raised in Oakland. All I'm saying is I got a relationship with them, and they support my kids.
Sadat Barakzi.
Why are you out here today?
I'm here to support our teachers. I come from a background where there was no school. I'm originally from Afghanistan, and education system was very fragile over there. To see our teacher in such a crisis, I feel like I'm back in Afghanistan. So I'm here. I'm a math teacher for 6th grade, Westlake Middle School, Oakland, and I fully support with our demand, and we're not asking anything from out of this world.
The money that goes for war, 700 billion, they can't find money.
Not billions, trillions and trillions of dollars. We go to 2 wars, Afghanistan and Iraq, and the education system over there is still not fixed with all the money that goes over there. And I have to study till 12th grade under the tree. My school, I didn't have a classroom, and I went to get my education done. And a teacher are values as somebody and very respectful. To see our teachers in such a crisis is a shame.
Good morning. My name is Jose. I teach at June Jordan. Right now we're having a conversation between Bay Area teachers who came out in solidarity with the strike in Oakland as to why we're here. My response is that the same people who are attempting to destroy public education in Oakland are the same ones who are doing in San Francisco, Albany, San Lorenzo, other areas of the East Bay, and nationwide. So we need to unite our forces and come up against the people who are looking to destroy our public schools.
Are you concerned about charters, the growth of charters?
Absolutely. Charter schools are designed as a first step in privatization. They take public money, are under private control, and they need to be regulated and eventually turned into public schools.
And Malcolm X in San Francisco, are you familiar with that? The co-location, that whole issue?
I am familiar with that. I think it was a very positive thing that parents and students and teachers united to attempt to stop that. San Francisco doesn't have as deep a problem with charters, but it's growing, and we need to stop it in its tracks.
The reason I'm out here is because I am a third-year teacher, but it's my first year at Mission High School in San Francisco, and I'm really proud to be a teacher at that school. At the same time, I think it's really easy to accept status quo conditions. I have chairs that fall apart in my classroom. Students think that this is normal. The resources, the fact that we have teacher turnover. I'm standing out here as a new teacher because the reality is so many teachers leave after 5 years. So if we're trying to build a larger movement, new teachers within their first 5 years have to stand up. We may feel young, but we have to step up because we are in it. So that's why I'm out here. I'm wondering if there's other San Francisco teachers who would like to come up and speak. I'm at Mission, would love to get some other representation up here.
Go, Miss Kenny!
Yeah, here we go.
Any PTA staff that don't have a job right this minute, can you come over here for about 10 minutes? We need you. CTA staff without a current job need to come over here.
Without a current job.
Hey y'all, I'm Alejandra. I'm a 9th grade English teacher at June Jordan. We got a bunch of teachers out here. We really fought to try to organize and come together because the same issues that are happening here are happening in San Francisco, right? With gentrification, the privatization of schools. That's really what we're trying to fight so we can get resources to the most marginalized of students, right? Just to sped students, foster youth, black and brown children, right? Those are the kids that are getting resources taken away from them. So that's who we're here for. That's what we're fighting for. I'm personally here to try to be a model for my students, to stand up and change what the issues that they see. And yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Gill, and I work at June Jordan School for Equity, Small School for Equity, and I'm a paraprofessional. And we too are on the front line. And we've been making the lowest pay for such a long time, but we would like to rise up as well, so don't forget us.
Hi you all, can you hear me?
Nice and loud, right in front.
My name is Roberto Michel. I'm a SPED in June Jordan School of Equity in San Francisco, and we're gonna take it global. This is not a local fight, it's a global fight. So send your messages everywhere you can that we're with Oakland, because we're gonna fight all over the world on this. Thank you.
Yes, give it up for the youth! Closest to your mouth as possible.
I'll just pass it to her. Good morning, everybody. My name is Jocelyn Harris, and I'm a student at June Jordan School for Equity. I'm so happy that you guys are doing this because, because we are the future, and it's upsetting that the fact that they're trying to close down school, mostly in a predominantly black and Latino community. I feel like we should change that, and there should be more students here to support. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh,
I also want to add that even though there's only a couple of students from San Francisco, we are all in here in heart, and we are representing our school, because for different reasons some parents are scared of these things, but slowly but surely everyone's going to get the courage to come out here and fight for the change that we need.
Speak, Celinda, nice and loud.
Hi, I'm Celinda Medrano. I'm a junior at June Jordan School for Equity. We're all here to make a change, and we are working for the youth. I am youth, but we are the youth, and that we are the ones we've been waiting for, as June Jordan said, and we are the ones to make change and to make stuff to happen.
Berkely High School is out here in support because Oakland is doing the right thing for students. They're standing up for smaller class sizes, for more pay for teachers, and more pay for teachers means more quality teachers for students, and this is good for our community and our schools.
Now, there are 325,000 members of the California Teachers Association. You think they should all be mobilizing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's all get out here and support Oakland.
My name's Andy Libson. I'm a teacher from Mission High School, teach physics and chemistry.
And what brings you to Oakland today?
The fact that teachers are finally doing what we need to do to turn around what's happening to education and going on strike. And there are some of us at Mission who believe San Francisco needs to join them in this. And we're doing our part to try to drag the rest of our colleagues in our union into doing what they don't want to do, which is they don't want to strike next year when our contract comes up, and they certainly don't want to join Oakland right now, but they need to.
Well, Fremont Unified is without a contract. San Ramon is out of contract. Why aren't they joining this struggle?
Because if they join us in this, then they're basically putting out that they have to go on strike. If they put out that they're going to go on strike and don't, then they don't get elected and they don't earn $150,000 per year from those positions.
And what are the lessons of West Virginia and Arizona of those teachers?
Don't listen to your union leadership. Do your own thing. You're going to have to make it happen yourself. I was just talking to one of the reasons this is happening is a sick out that was led by a set of 3 schools. They started a sick out that inspired about 10 to 15 schools to do their sick out. These were all non-sanctioned wildcat actions of frustration after a year and a half of no agreement being reached by the district with the union. Then you had the student walkouts that came as a result of that, and now we have this. Now Oakland District is now going to probably be tougher with these folks than they've been with other strikes. That's why we need to get involved, because if they get these folks to back down, then that gives the capitalists confidence that they can back the rest of us down.
So they're trying to hold the tide.
Yes. They're going to use Oakland.
California has a $13 billion budget surplus going to $21 billion. They have a supermajority in the legislature. They got a governor. They could take care of education. Why aren't they moving?
Because they don't want. They want to start public education because it's not in their interest to educate everyone. They just need some people educated. The rest of you, fuck them. You know, work in McDonald's, work in jail, or wherever. We don't care. And they care only about making wealthy people wealthier because that's what makes their jobs better.
Eric Hines, the president of the CTA, spoke today. Apparently, the union is still supporting charters. Why should they be supporting charters when charters are siphoning off money from public education?
Union leaders do not believe we can fight. I mean, it's been 30, 40 years since our union has gone on strike. So they've given up on the idea that we actually can fight. So they're giving up on the fight. But we haven't, so.
My name is Leticia Zamudio. I'm a representative for OUSD. I represent the classified staff, and we're just out here in solidarity with the teachers. We're supporting OEA in their position to definitely reduce smaller class sizes. It's about time that we have our district recognize the efforts of our teachers as well as other staff and other positions, and we want the district to hear our voice.
And one of the issues is the closure of public community schools. What's your view on that?
Well, I mean, I think it's a problem. I think that what we're seeing is more a non-regulated charter system, which is completely defunding our public school system. Since it's non-regulated, we're seeing them be able to pick and choose who they want to allow into their schools, and what it's doing is it's creating a really off ratio for our own students and for our own those who are in public schools. So I think that my position is we need to keep the schools open. I think we need to definitely have more of a regulated, if not a moratorium on charters, and we need just to continue to support it.
And these charter schools, are they using unionized service workers?
They are not. They are not. They are not. But who knows? There is a future.
Do you think public money should be going to privately run schools?
I do not. I do not. I believe there is a private system in place for those reasons, and public funds should not be going into any privatized system. They're tax dollars. They're meant for the public.
And SEIU has over 700,000 members in California. Are they going to mobilize those members to support this strike?
Well, we've actually mobilized here directly in the Bay Area. We've mobilized a lot of our members. A lot of our members have actually come out in support of this. A lot of our partners in other school districts have been. Statewide, I think that partnering, we have partnered with other locals. For example, when the LA strike occurred, we did in fact, have some members that also stood on the picket line. But I think this is a conversation and an opportunity for all unions to get involved, to talk about possible legislation or things of that nature, to really push and mobilize our members to make some changes here.
You think there should be a ban on charters? Any new charters, moratorium?
I think a moratorium, and I think particularly in Oakland, I think it's probably needed. I think LA, I think in the major cities, I think it's really important that happen. So yes, I do. That's
okay.
My personal belief.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Food time. Food time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, this is bread for Ed. Stephanie Schwartz.
just donation solidarity pouring in from around the country. All the people who know that if Oakland teachers win, then their teachers win in their home districts all across the country later. So.
And they need to be fed. These kids, a lot of kids come to school with hungry.
Yeah, over 75% of Oakland students are on free and reduced price lunch, so we know that we need to feed the students at the Solidarity schools for them to be able to not cross the picket lines, and that's what keeps the funding out of the schools and puts pressure on the district to actually negotiate in good faith.
And the Solidarity schools, are they getting an education at these schools?
You know, volunteers are providing the very best that they can, but of course it's not the same as having credentialed teachers teaching, which is why we want to, you know, be able to meet the teachers' demands to fully fund the schools so that they can go back and do the job that they know how to do better than, you know, the best intention to volunteers. So that's what.
Okay, how long are you prepared to stay out here and support this struggle?
We're in it to win it. You know, the solidarity keeps pouring in from around the country, so we're going to keep feeding students and teachers as long as it takes to win. But we really hope that, you know, the school board will negotiate in good faith and we'll be able to, you know, move along and get kids and teachers back to school as soon as possible.
Are you here supporting the strike?
I am, yes. It's a sick-out day for my union, actually.
What union is it?
I'm with the SEIU, but it's California Faculty Association. I teach at San Francisco State University. My name's Brian Strang, and I'm here today to support the teachers. Our teachers deserve, you know, what they're asking for.
Why can't they find the money? California seems to be a rich state.
They could find the money if they wanted to. When people in power say they don't have money, it's because they don't want to pay you. So they have the money, and the numbers speak for themselves. You can see the statistics. I think they spend 20% of their budget on administrators and consultants and stuff like that. And they've had 2 years to think about it, and they haven't done anything. So it's time for them to get their act together. I mean, they've been losing $1 million a day.
Charters, what do you think about charters and privatization?
I think some charters are good, some charters are not, but I think there's something wrong with a system that funnels away money from public education and that allows schools to take, that allows some schools to take who they want and not take everybody. Like, for example, some special ed kids don't go, or, you know, some charter schools don't allow that. So charter schools I don't think are inherently evil. I think there's something wrong with the system that funnels money away from public education and puts it into privatization of schools. And I think some people on the board, it would suit them just fine if they broke the whole district, if they just ran it into the ground and said, oh, it's broke now. Well, it's broke because of mismanagement and consulting fees, not because of the teachers.
Lila. And also, I think that they deserve more because they help us get more education. If we get education, then we can get into good colleges, we can get good jobs, and we can have a happy life. And I thank all the teachers for what they do for us. They give us education and they give us what we know, so I thank them. I'm here to support the teachers and to fight for what's right because they need more money so that they have a living wage. And they deserve more money because they teach us for education and they fight for our rights, so it's time that we fight for their rights.
I'm here to support the teachers. I have a 6th grader in Oakland schools and I want the kids back to school, but more than that, I want the teachers getting what they deserve, and in that way the students get what they deserve too.
The Board of Education of OUSD is saying that they have to close a lot of schools, community schools. What's your idea about that?
I think that's terrible, and I think that less charter schools and better funding for real public education is what's needed, not closing schools.
Kamau Bell, a stand-up comedian and television host. Some of you may know him from his show on CNN, an original series called United Shades of America. Today, he is here to stand in solidarity, so give it up to Kamau Bell.
Let me get one thing straight. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I was walking by, I saw you all here, and I just got inspired to come stand back there and join you, and they said, you gotta come over here and say some words to the people, so I'm here to say some words to you people. Some of you may, what's up people? I know some of you are like, what are you doing talking to Oakland? Don't you live in Berkely? I did live in Berkely, but I am currently, me and my family are proud residents of Oakland, California, so this is our fight. And I want to be clear about something because I talk to people all over the country, and I talk to my friends and all sorts of people. I talk to strangers all the time who see my work. And one thing I want to make clear, and I know you know this, but I know we're talking to people who aren't here, right? That's why we're here, right? A lot of people are looking at this. It does not matter if you have kids at all. It does not matter if you have kids in the Oakland public schools. It does not matter if you like kids. Stronger, better public schools lead to a stronger community, which leads to a stronger world, which leads to the revolution. More supported teachers lead to stronger kids, which lead to stronger communities, which lead to the revolution, everybody. Every teacher I've ever known in my life has someone got in their pocket for their kids. They have taken food off their table to give to the kids in their classrooms. People talk about teachers needing a living wage. I want you to have a thriving wage. I want you to have a wage where you can get drunk if you want to sometimes. Where you can have a good time. Because every teacher here works harder than I do. I can't imagine anything harder in the world than being a 6th grade math teacher. Thank you for your struggle. Thank you for your fight. You all are doing the big work. I know it's hard to be out here. I was here with you 6 days ago when this started. You don't know how long you're going to be here, but look around. You all showed up. This is big. I want to talk to the students. The students, you know how strong your schools need to be. Thank you for showing up, students. It's important that you're here. And I also want to shout out to the parents who are here. I'm a parent. I know what it's like to have to figure out how to do these things. I know it's hard to be a responsible parent, but it's also important to be a woke parent who wakes your kids. So thank you for being here, parents. In the last year or so, a lot of things have happened in Oakland that the world is talking about. Whether it's Sorry to Bother You, Blind Spotting, the Black Panther, the North Pole, but this is Oakland right here too. You are setting an example for the entire country. Thank you, Oakland. Thank you for letting me talk to you. We are the future.